The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000 bells ringing all at once. You feel a resonance in your core, a bell ringing in tune with all the others. Something in you bends, then breaks, and you are borne away on the ringing tide, just another peal among the many. The tide of bells recedes. You lever yourself up onto your knees and realize you have been here before. You stand in Bareth's realm. You are alone. And then, you are not. An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Bareth, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Bareth settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
She intones. Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned. I will send your soul back to the wheel should the whim take me,
the Pallid Knight says. Her wan face contorts into what on mortal kith might be called a smile. On her, the effect is more akin to a rotting pumpkin caving in upon itself.
Do not give me cause to doubt your commitment, Watcher.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Bareth dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped, ancient crone, whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodica strides forward.
Does Aethys frighten you, Bareth? He should. Magran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodica with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Woedica steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul. A moon would do the job nicely.
Woedica says, and grins. Woedica throws her head back and laughs. The sound is a dry, rasping bark.
Andra could do with a new act. Her current one has grown rather stale.
They see to their own affairs. You will speak to them in time, should you have the need.
The Pallid Knight says. The figure beside the aspect of Berith flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Magran's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Magran says. Magran looks at you as one might a wayward gob of spit on one's shoe.
It is no business of yours what the gods decide.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
Helia says. You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide. Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Woedica suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who wiped dear desperate Alice's mind. You could have let my followers help her kill the man who tormented her. But you did not. Curious.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
His vessel may be destroyed, little Watcher. But Aethys is more than the vessel that holds him. He will always return, however we strike him down.
Magran says. The Pallid Knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time.
She says.
Both stand in his favor.
Magran grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Magrin stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
The Pallid Knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Magrin's direction.
Magrin speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Woedica waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
Your opinion is unasked for, but noted.
The Pallid Knight says.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. Helpless to resist, you tumble into her impossible eyes. You fall wildly, endlessly, unable to find your bearings or slow your spin. And in the distance, above, no, behind you, comes an insistent ringing. You angle yourself toward it, searching for the sound. A small silver bell appears just inches from your fingertips. You reach for it, straining to still its interminable ringing. The moment you touch it, your soul slams into your body with all the force of a fall from the top of the sky. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.
Be right there. Consider it done. Give me a real check. What?
My lady, what do you require? I was the steward of your keep at Cad Nua, my lady. Long before your time, I had my soul bound to a throne of Ardraban. And for nearly 200 years, I felt Cad Nua and the comings and goings within it like an extension of myself. It is a strange connection to lose. Still, it would be unseemly for me to complain of loss to you, my lady. With Cad Nua in ruins, there was little purpose in waxing sentimental over the rubble. I was able to salvage enough of your treasure and wealth to afford the purchase of the Defiant and the hire of a small crew. Unfortunately, that consumed the remainder of your once considerable assets. Under the circumstances, I hoped you would not object. I suggest we proceed to Nekataka, my lady. It is the largest city in Deadfire, and we shall be better able to get our bearings there.
With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand. I'm glad we talked.
This'll be a real warm welcome, Cap. Like that thing hanging off Ngati's face.
I got this. I got it. What? Give me a real challenge.
Not exactly my...
Consider it.
Real quiet now. You hear that? Whisper. If you've seen what you need to see, Watcher, I'd like to fulfill my duty and reap this soul. Will you allow it?
Do you hear that?
Yeah! Siamas me too, man.
Lava
Gotta have something here that works.
Lava
Not my best moment. Show them how it's done. I'll teach you a lesson. Give me a real chance. Leave it to me. Watch him.
More than my eyes be open.
I got this. I got this. Consider it done.
I'll see what I can find.
Give me a real challenge. Right here. Sure. Of course.
That's me too, man.
How do you like that?
That's it! I don't think I can pull that off.
Try this. There's something you don't see every day. Absolutely.
That's it!
Will my eyes be open?
Right here. I got this. I got this. Leave it to me.
We're not alone.
I'll teach you a lesson.
I'm going to have nightmares about this for weeks.
That's me too.
How do you like that? Show him how it's done.
Beyond seek.
My pleasure. I'll teach you a lesson. That looks like it hurt. That's how it's done. Of course.
That's me too, man.
I'll see what I can find. I'll see what I can find.
Easy does it. Right here. I got this. I got this. Isn't how I usually work.
Real quiet.
Right here.
now.
Give me a real challenge. Consider it done. Be right there.
That order's too tall. This is most unpleasant.
This won't do. I'm fixing to be sick. This isn't how I usually work. I'm fixing to be sick. My pleasure. This isn't how I usually work. Absolutely.
Let's take a look.
Happy to oblige. All right.
Isn't this something? Give me a real challenge.
Will my eyes be open?
Time to separate them.
It's me too.
There's a weapon! That looks like it hurt. I'll
Time to
teach you a
separate the
lesson.
chaff.
It's me too.
Bullseye. That's how it's done. There's something you don't see every day. Consider it.
I'll see what I can find.
Watch and learn. Show him how it's done!
Let's reap this whirlwind.
That's it! I'll teach you a lesson. That looks like it hurt.
It's worse than rough!
I think I can't see you, you bastard.
Show him how it's done.
The tax to my lip.
Than
now you be right screwed.
Try this. My pleasure. I'll teach you a lesson. Show him how it's done.
I got it.
I got this. I got this. Give me a challenge. Consider it done. Hey there. Watch and learn. Isn't this something? Sure. Be right there. They'll never know I'm here. Now, what do we have here? Give me a real challenge. Leave it to me. Isn't this something? Yeah? Watch and learn. I got this. What do we have here? Consider it done. Sure. Isn't this something? I got this. I got this. Watch and learn. Give me a real challenge.
I see a soul in the darkness, one ready for reaping.
Absolutely.
I see a soul in the darkness, one ready for reaping.
And that's how it's done.
Smart stoning.
Lava beyond seek.
Show him how it's done.
Smart stoning.
Lava beyond seek. Ha
Might be more than half anti,
I got this. I got this. Be right there. Watching. Give me a real challenge. Nice to see you too. Leave it to me.
Will my eyes be open?
By decree of the Queen that was, and the will of the Steel Garrote, you will meet justice. Kneel, Oswald, and be tried for your crimes.
Wait! I can pay you. I can make you all rich. Just let me go.
Your bribes fall on deaf ears,
Need
Oathbreaker.
I remind
we
you of
seek
what happened
only
the
to
last
exact
time we
Wodaka's
interrupted
justice.
a trial?
Huh? What? I didn't do anything.
You stand accused of the crime of oath-breaking. What say you?
I haven't broken any oaths. I swear. You have the wrong man.
Did you not betray Adir, your country of birth, during the War of Defiance?
What? But that was over 150 years ago.
Then you freely admit your crime.
No, it's not what you think. Duke Hadred, he forced me. I had no choice.
Oswald of Adir, the court of Wodaka has found you guilty.
You're all madmen, please! No!
May your soul learn from the mistakes of this life as it passes into the next.
No!
May the Queen that was reclaim her throne. By decree of the Queen that was, and the will of the Steel Garrote, you will meet justice. Kneel, Oswald, and be tried for your crimes.
Wait! I can pay you. I can make you all rich. Just let me go.
Your bribes fall on deaf ears,
Never
Oathbreaker.
were fond of
We
courts.
seek only to
Always
exact
favoured my
Wodaka's
own
justice.
Huh? What? I didn't do anything.
You stand accused of the crime of oath-breaking. What say you?
I haven't broken any oaths. I swear. You have the wrong man.
Did you not betray Adir, your country of birth, during the War of Defiance?
What? But that was over 150 years ago.
Then you freely admit your crime.
No, it's not what you think.
You intrude on the deliberations of the Court of Wodaka, outsider. Choose your next actions carefully, lest the Queen that was turn her gaze to you as well.
Oh, thank the gods, please! Get me out of here, they're mad! They're all mad! They mean to put me on trial for oath-breaking, of all things. They say I betrayed the Adiran Empire, but I haven't been back there in over 100 years.
Be silent, or I will make you so. State your purpose now, or die with him. Explain. Ah, the Watcher of Cadnua graces our presence. Your deeds are well known to this court. Those that attempt to lie to me find I am not easily fooled. Tell me, Watcher, how many of these souls do you claim were innocent? Even should you speak truthfully, you must see the wisdom of these proceedings. Imagine the greater good achieved by dispensing the reckoning this filth deserves. Would you prefer these monsters walk free at the expense of the truly innocent?
And who holds them accountable for serving the greater good? Who ensures they do not become the same as those they hunt? Theos also believed he was an authority unto himself, and he wielded that authority to the detriment of many, many people.
I pray your soul learns from your mistakes on its next turnabout the wheel. The season of hope. Show them how it's done. Here.
I'm having some trouble moving through this.
Now let him take me down!
Back on your feet, sailor.
Damn the laddie!
I need some help here.
Careful! Damn the laddie!
About tactile. I need some help here.
Come on!
Yeah? I got this.
By decree of the Queen that was and the will of the Steel Garrote, you will meet justice. Kneel, Oswald, and be tried for your crimes.
Wait! I can pay you. I can make you all rich. Just let me go.
Your bribes fall on deaf ears,
Never
Oathbreaker.
were fond of
We
courts.
seek only to
Always
exact
favoured my
Wotika's
own
justice.
What? But I didn't do anything.
You stand accused of the crime of oath-breaking. What say you?
I haven't broken any oaths. I swear. You have the wrong man.
Did you not betray Adir, your country of birth, during the War of Defiance?
What? But that was over 150 years ago.
Then you freely admit your crime.
No, it's not.
You intrude on the
Oh, they mean to—
Be silent! State your purpose now, or die with him. You shall meet your end here. I pray your soul—
I think I can't see you, you sneaky.
Thick worth and rough!
bastard.
Thank you!
Get us out!
Confound it! Could usually...
Try this. Bullseye. I'll teach you a lesson.
Missed.
Of course. Show him how it's done.
Me too.
I got this. I got this. Right here. Give me a real challenge. Sure.
I owe you a debt too large to repay, stranger. How did you ever find me all the way out here? Did Inalis send you? A friend from the Wild Mare in Neketaka, you know, or maybe you don't. Well, never mind that. Those steel-garrote zealots have been after me for decades. Good riddance. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, unfortunate business mishap. You know how it is, I'm sure. Well, not nothing. You did save my life after all. Perhaps I could, make it up to you. You have a ship, yes? Of course you do. How else would you have gotten to this benighted island? Let me join your crew. After what you did for me, well, I suppose you have the right to hear the truth of things. The whole truth, rather. You'll remember that the Deerwood was once a colony of Adir, yes? Well, I was one of the first colonists to set foot on that benighted continent. When it became evident the Deerwood intended to revolt, I took their side in the War of Defiance against the country of my birth. I'm sure you'll be astounded to learn the powers that be in Adir didn't much like that. The Steel Garrot's been after me for my grave transgression ever since. Those Steel Garrot hounds are relentless. But it should be a couple of years before they find me again, thanks to you, at least. I hope as much. It's no secret I'm an old man. Now, I might not be able to hoist a mainsail any longer, but I've picked up a thing or two about navigation in my decades of traveling. And I don't care much for coin, I can tell you that. An extra ration of rum here and there, and I'll be perfectly contented. Thank you, my friend. I owe you a debt twice over.
Leave it to me.